Hey guys, it's Ryan from the Melbourne Centre of Healing here. I've got a revelation for you all that may shock you. You, right now as we're talking, are hypnotised. We are all hypnotised. Whether we have been to see an actual hypnotist or not makes no difference, because I can guarantee you every single human being is hypnotised to some degree. So what is being hypnotised? What am I talking about here? So there's sort of three parts to hypnotisation that it can be broken down most simply. The first one is being in a trance state. So a lot of us think being in a trance state is either that or something like that, right? It's not always the case. I can tell you that we are in some form of trance state throughout our day, every single day. The second part of being hypnotised is a suggestion is made. So in traditional sense, a hypnotist will then implant a suggestion into the subject's mind. And then the third part, if they take that suggestion as truth, it becomes truth for them. Okay, and that suggestion doesn't have to be absolute truth. It can be anything, which we're going to get into in a minute. But if they take that suggestion on and believe it as truth, it becomes truth for them. You know, we're being hypnotized every day by our environment, our surroundings, the people around us. And some of the most deepest grained hypnotisms come from when we're younger, you know, when we're 0 to 7 years old, and they get really ingrained in us because we take them on as truth. But they are not necessarily truth. You know, we get hypnotized every single day. If we go home, we get home from work, we put on the TV and watch TV for a couple of hours, I guarantee you we are being hypnotized to some degree. And TV people and advertising people have known this ever since TV existed, because when we start watching television, we go into a trance state. Our own thoughts that we're creating start to drop, and we're getting thoughts implanted to us from the television. Then the ads, and not only the ads, the actual TV programs, the movies, the lifestyle programs, they all use certain language that they are implanting suggestions into our mind. And if we take those suggestions on as truth, we will continue to watch that program every week, or we'll continue to buy the product that's being advertised. So what I want to focus on is a couple of core beliefs today, a couple of core hypnotizations that we can pick up in ourselves and start to de-hypnotize ourselves to create a different life. Okay? 3 of the most deepest ingrained and negative hypnotisms that so many people have, most people have, are these 3. Whenever you find yourself saying externally, internally, or feeling, I can't, fill in the blank. I don't deserve, fill in the blank. I'm not worthy of, fill in the blank. Whenever you find yourself saying one of those 3 things, I need you to understand you are hypnotized. Those things are not absolute truth. They are simply truth for you because you've taken on that suggestion and believed it. And once you believe it, it becomes your reality. And I know what it's like, that reality of not being worthy, thinking I can't do things and not feeling like I deserve things, holds us back from experiencing so much of life that we are destined to experience. So, how can we start this de-hypnotization process? How can we start to break down those I can't, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy thoughts and feelings? Okay, I'm going to challenge you to start doing it by asking these 4 questions, these 4 simple questions. So whenever you pick up on yourself saying one of those 3 things, I want you to quickly, or not quickly, later that day if you want, quickly go somewhere and have these 4 questions ready that you can sit down with and really go deep into and really, really think about. Okay, so I'm going to use the example for this. I'm going to use the example of I'm not worthy of love. Okay, it's a big one. It's a real big one that I see all the time. I'm not worthy of love. Okay, that's a belief. That's a hypnotization that we've taken on and believed, and we live out throughout our life. So if you find yourself saying to yourself or externally or feeling inside, I'm not worthy in love, ask these 4 questions. Number 1. Is there any rational reason for such a belief? Is there any rational reason for such a belief? And I want you to really think about this and really go deep with it, okay? You might think, I'm not worthy of love. Is there a rational reason for this? And you might straight away be like, fuck, there is no rational reason for this if I'm looking at it logically. However, normally you'll come up with a few excuses, a few reasons. And you might say, well, I'm not worthy of love because I've done A, B, and C in my life. And because I've done these bad things, that means I'm a bad person and I'm not worthy of love. Okay? If it is that, then write those things down. Okay? Take the time and go deep and write them down. Question number 2. Could it be that I am mistaken in this belief? Could it be that I am mistaken in this belief? Okay? We're not asking, am I mistaken, but could it be that I am mistaken? And really go deep and really have a think about this one too. And you'll find that, yes, you mightn't feel it internally. You probably won't. You're still going to think I'm not worthy of love. But if you can look at it and answer the question logically, yeah, I actually could be mistaken, okay? Because I'm beating myself up with this list of things that I've done that are bad. But hang on, I've got a whole list over here of good things that I've done that I brush over and don't really think about. So start balancing it out. If you have 3 things that you've done in your life that make you not worthy of love, so you think, write out 3 things that you've done that are kind, that are good things, okay? That you might think, hey, because of these things, maybe I am worthy of love. And keep going till you can answer that question with a yes, I could be mistaken in this belief. Take some time, go deep, and spend time on this. Question number 3. This is a good one. This is important. Would I come to the same conclusion about some other person in a similar situation? Would I come to the same conclusion about some other person in the same situation? This is very important. This is where you get to close your eyes and imagine someone else is coming to you and telling you that they have this belief and these are the reasons why. It's probably best to use a friend or a close friend in this instance. So imagine that one of your close friends is coming up to you and saying, Ryan, I don't think that I'm worthy of love. And I'm like, why, man? What the hell? Why? And he said, I just don't think I'm worthy. You know, I've done A, B, and C, and I've done this shit in my life, and because of that, I'm not a good person, and I just don't deserve love. Then play through in your mind, play through what your reaction would be. We'd be like, what are you talking about, Matt? So what, you've done these 3 things. We all fuck up from time to time. We all make mistakes. Look at all this other stuff that you've done. Remember that time you were there for me? Remember this thing that you did as well? That was amazing. Mate, if anyone's worthy of love, it's you. Okay? I can't believe you have that belief. It's crazy. That's how we react if a friend comes to us in that situation. We think they're crazy. They could think that about themselves. Yet we won't react that way to ourselves. We'll just take it on board and believe it's truth. So play that out. Play that out that you're talking to a friend. And then ask yourself, if your friend came to you and said, I'm not worthy of love because of this, would you agree with them and go, yeah, fair enough, mate, you're not worthy of love? You wouldn't, right? You wouldn't. Take time on these 3 questions, go into them and feel them. Once you've gone through these first 3, here comes the 4th question, the last one. Why should I continue to act and feel as if this were true if there is no good reason to believe it? Why should I continue to act and feel as if this were true if there is no good reason to believe it? And this is a very interesting question as well. Okay? Because if you've gone through those first 3 steps and you start to see the hypnotism that you've been in and that it isn't actual truth but just something you've taken as truth based on a suggestion, you'll see that, hang on, if yes, I want to continue to act and feel this way, then I am choosing to suffer. This is a very important awareness to make. An awareness to make that you're saying, if I'm going to continue acting out this belief and believing this about myself, I am choosing to suffer. I am choosing to suffer. And no one wants to suffer. Suffering sucks, right? But knowing that where this has come from now and knowing that logically you don't deserve to have this belief, you don't deserve to have this belief, you can start to ask yourself, hang on, there's no good reason why I should continue to feel like this. So if I continue to buy into this belief, buy into this hypnotism that I've bought into for so long and I feel is ingrained in me, but actually doing this process, I see that it's not, then I'm choosing to suffer. So that's the 4 steps. That's the 4 questions to ask. Whenever you find yourself saying, I can't, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy of, Start to go through this process and understand that you are hypnotized, and understand that the de-hypnotization process has already started in you by watching this video. While you've been watching this video and hearing me talk, you have dipped into a trance state. You're in a form of trance. Now you're taking on a suggestion. I've suggested to you in this video that those beliefs, I can't, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy of, aren't truth and they're not you. That's my suggestion. If you go into this and you accept my suggestion as truth, and you believe that your life, that you do deserve, you can, and you are worthy, then you are de-hypnotized and you are completely have a different life. And I wish that for you. I'll post those questions in the comments or in the description of this video. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace out. I love you all.